Hi, it's Rachel with Stirring the Deep. So, I'm talking about this life that is sprouting within us from the mustard seed that contained the faith to close that gap between death and life, to take that beautiful spirit of the seed from within us and make it fill all our surroundings. For that to become our reality, for that beautiful spirit that you sense within you. You see the nature of that seed of the love and truth and how that looks as it intertwines with your spirit. That is all starting to be manifest in your reality. That's that power coming forth. That's that life coming forth. Now, as this has been happening, it happens in those who have been seeking and listening and being most importantly taught by the Father, because those taught by God come to Christ, come to the wedding, come to that union with Him. And there are many who, because of the lies of who God is, who Christ is, what the gospel is, what salvation is, they're asleep and they don't understand the dynamics of what are happening right now. So these are ones who are called by God's name. They speak of Him with their mouths, but their hearts are far from Him. Their hearts are still hearts of stone. They're not being transformed into the hearts of flesh. And because that's what happens when you start getting that seed in you, you start getting that, and especially as it starts growing, you start getting that heart of flesh, because you're starting getting the heart of God, because that has been your utmost desire. That has been your prayer. That is what you have fallen on your knees, fallen on your face for, humbled yourself for, sold all for. You hunger for that more than anything, is that heart of God. Because that's the only way to have His heart, is to truly love Him as you desire to, and to love others. That's how you fulfill the law, by having His heart. But for those who have thought they had God but did not, they are in that state right now of thinking they have a relationship with Him, but they don't have a relationship with Him. They talk and they say these words, but they're not finding that unity, because they're blinded by the lies of their religion and their doctrines and all these things. So they don't understand. So they're in this place of thinking that they know, but they don't know. The times that lay ahead are revealing the darkness. These are ones who were abiding maybe in another's light, and they thought that was their light. But as this separation happens, as it starts to be clear, as the day dawns in our hearts, the morning star that is Christ coming in us, as that starts overflowing into this world, it's going to be clear who are of the day and who are not. And that is where many who have been saying, Lord, Lord, are going to be shown that their hearts aren't of the true Heavenly Father. And the Bible talks a lot about this, is that this is a day of the revealing of hearts. And that's why it's such a day of darkness, because there's going to be a lot of darkness that comes forth, because a lot of hearts were truly in darkness. They were just cloaked in a facade of light that was manifested by their hypocritical love. Love has been hypocritical. It's been full of lies and deception, and it's been fake. But when the true love is here, it reveals all that's not of it, because it is so pure and it is so holy and it is very powerful, something that most people have not understood, the power of love. So when that is coming, that is going to reveal everything that's not of it. And in that revealing, that's that fire that's also burning. That's the trials and the hardships, because this love creates this peace, this kingdom, this rest, this power, this transformation, this regeneration. And so if you're not of this love, none of that's happening in your life. So there will be no more question, no more arguing over doctrines, no more other divisions. Because as this kingdom comes, it is a kingdom established in truth and love. And the language of that kingdom is love. It is of peace. And so either that is where you're going to be and that's what you're going to be in, or you're not going to be in it. It's because as the wheat and tares, they were growing up together and you couldn't discern what each one was. But when it really truly grows to fullness, it's clear what is the wheat, what is the tares. And that's what we're entering into as this life comes up in those who are being united to Christ, and it starts flowing over into their reality, being manifested in their reality. Thus the gap is closed between life and death, because now life has consumed your death, has consumed your tomb. Your tomb grave has actually become this glorious, bright, shining, radiant gem. And that will reveal the difference. And this is what is so difficult, is because if you are holding on to the wrong image of who the Father is in the first place, then during these hard times, you're going to be pressing into that false image that can't deliver you. Love, you have to desire the purest of love. And that is that Spirit of Christ that is the purest of love and the purest of truth. And if you have an image instead of the true Christ, if you have a false image instead of Him, that Spirit, when these times come, you're going to push into this false image because that's your God. But that cannot save you because it's not real. And that's what these times will show, because you're not going to find the deliverance from that false image. The only deliverance comes from the true one. And that is coming from within you. And when that happens, that's when you truly find deliverance to come out of the prison, out of the pit, out of this tomb, to be fully come into that true abundant life. This is going to be revealing the hearts of men, the hearts of women, and what has really been there. So no more masquerading, no more cover-ups, no more pretending. So now is the time to get very, very real about what's truly in your heart, because that's where the regeneration starts. That's where the resurrection starts, is in that heart of stone becoming a heart of flesh, living, alive. And that is feeling an abundance of love and desire to love, and allowing the Father will to flow through you like a river, so you abandon yourself to the flow of the river wherever it may take you without hesitation, because you're resting and you're trusting fully in Him. Till next time, keep stirring the deep. It's the one thing that changes everything else.